Hello everyone. In this video, we will be going through setting up a lease account. A lease account defines the balance due for residents added to that account. Every Green Doors lease can have multiple lease accounts added to it, and each lease account can have multiple residents. A lease account can also have one cosigner and only one autopay. A good way to think about a lease account is if you're renting to a couple who pays their entire rent together, you would create one lease account and add both adults to that account. Instead, if you rent to roommates who each want to set up their own autopay for a portion of the total lease amount, then you would create multiple lease accounts, one for each resident. In this video, we will be creating a lease account for a couple. For information on how to create lease accounts for roommates, check out our Create Multiple Lease Accounts video. Let's get started. We're going to start under the lease we want to add the lease account for. We'll click the green Start Now button, and we'll start with our couple, Tom and Sally. First, we'll enter Tom's information and his email address. We'll then create him a lease account. We'll define how much both Tom and Sally are going to pay in security deposit, as well as their rent amount. We'll add the daily late fee amount that can be added to their account if they don't pay. Every lease account will also support a cosigner. In this example, we'll skip this. Review everything, and we'll hit Submit. This will create a lease account. We can then add our residents to that account. Once the account is created, it will be pre-selected for Tom. We'll hit Next, review the information, and hit Submit. When we hit Submit, Tom will be sent an email and be invited to join the Green Doors platform. Once we add that account, we'll see in our lease that we have an account created with one resident so far, and we can see that the total due includes the $1,000 in rent and the $1,500 in security deposit owed. We can also see a breakdown in terms of what the total value of the lease is, how much of that is rent, security deposit, and if any late fees have been paid. We get a breakdown of how much of that has been paid and how much is pending. If you click into a lease account, you can see information pertaining specifically to that account. You can see if an autopay has been set up for that account, what the late fee configuration is, and the grace period. You can also see how much is due specifically for that account, and then a similar breakdown based on that account. You can also open up the payment schedule and see all the dates and the amounts of payments that are to be expected for this lease. At this point, we have only added Tom to this lease account. Let's go ahead and add Sally. We can scroll down to the bottom and hit the Invite button, and we'll now add Sally to the same account. This will send her an invite to join the Green Doors platform, where now both of them will be added to the same account. They'll be able to make one-time payments on that account and be able to set up an autopay for that account as well.